Hi guys, today we are going to learn how to solve pyramids blindfolded. So before I begin, if you want to learn how to solve pyramids blindfolded, you must know how to solve 3 by 3 blindfolded, as I am not going over basics of blindfold solving in this video. So if you know how to solve it blindfolded, then let's start. We solve 3 by 3 cube in 2 steps. First we solve corners and then edges. But in pyramids we solve it in 3 steps: corners, edges and centers. Solving corners and centers is very easy and simple, so we will learn them later in the video. First let's learn how to solve edges blindfolded. The way in which we memorize edges in 3 by 3 cube by using letter schemes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and so on. The same way we will memorize edges of pyramids as well. I always solve by placing blue in front and yellow in bottom. The letter scheme is like A, B, C to right, D, E, F to left, G, H, I to bottom, J, K, L. Now if we solve 3 by 3 cube blindfolded using old Pokemon, then our buffer is B and target is D. So for this situation, we solve it in 2 parts. First we do memorization and then execution. First let's start memorization, starting from buffer piece, which is orange and green. Orange and green needs to go to here, which is L, and L needs to go to R. And this is our buffer piece. It means our memorization has completed. So our memorization is LR. So now let's start execution. Our first letter is L. So we'll do setup move to take L to the target and then do algorithm, which is T-pump, and then reverse the setup move. And then next letter is R. Take R to the target, do setup moves and then algorithm and then reverse the setup move. So something like this is how we solve edges of pyramids. In pyramids, our buffer is B and target is J. Now solving edges in pyramids also have 2 parts like 3 by 3. First is memorization and second is execution. But there are some rules which we have to keep in mind, and these rules make these 2 steps, execution and memorization, different from 3 by 3. For memorization there is only one rule, and the rule is that while memorization, if H comes, then we cannot memorize H and instead we have to memorize A and continue from A. For understanding this rule, let's see this example. So we start memorization from our buffer piece, which is green with red. So this piece needs to go to here, which is G, and this is our buffer piece. So if you know how to solve a 3 by 3 cube, then you would have understood that we start new cycle from here. So I start new cycle from K. Remember that you cannot start new cycle from A or H. So starting new cycle from K, which is blue with yellow. So this piece needs to go to here, which is C. And this is green with blue, so it needs to go to here, which is H. Now remember that rule, that we cannot memorize H and instead we have to memorize A and continue from here. So A, and this is green with yellow, which needs to go to here, which is GHI. And this is yellow with red, which needs to go to here, which is K. So it is the end of our cycle, and also our memorization is also completed. Now our memorization part has completed and I have covered all the situations. You have to simply remember that rule and the concept of starting new cycle before starting memorization. Now let's come to the execution part. There are 2 very simple rules for execution, but before learning these 2 rules, we must know how to take all the pieces at J, that is our target, without disturbing these 2 pieces. So letters in bottom layer like K and L can easily come to J, like K can come like this and it can be reversed like this. Also L can easily come here and it can be easily reversed. Now for letter D and G, we can take D to the bottom layer like this and it can come to J and it can be reversed. For G, we can take G to the bottom layer and then it can come at J, reverse. Now 3 letters are left, C, F and I. For F, we can first take F to the bottom layer and then it can come here, then reverse. For I, we can take I to the bottom layer and it can come here. Also it can be reversed like this. Now C is left. For C, what we can do is we can take C to F and then we can take C to the bottom layer and then at J, and also it can be reversed like this. Now we know all the setup moves to take all the letters at J. Now the first rule is that we can memorize A but cannot use it in our execution. So what I mean to say is we will skip A while doing execution. You will understand this rule better when I will give you example solve of our execution part. So now let's see second rule. So basically this rule tells that we have to memorize letters in pairs. Why? Because execution algorithm of first letter and second letter of pair is different. So what I mean is this. In 3x3, first we do setup move and then algorithm and then reverse of setup move. So same in pyramids, first we do setup move, and if the letter is first in the pair, then the algorithm will be this. And if the letter is second in the pair, then the algorithm will be this. And then reverse of setup move. Now let's do an example solve to understand both these rules completely. So it is the scramble that we had memorized earlier, and the memorization is this. So according to second rule, let's arrange these letters in pairs. Now first letter is G. So first we have to do setup move to take G at J like this. And now since it's first letter in the pair, the algorithm is this. Now reverse of setup move. Second letter is K. So setup move for K. And then since it's second letter, so the algorithm is this. Now reverse of setup move. The next letter is C. So C, we can take C to J like this. And then since it's first letter, the algorithm we have to apply is this. And then reverse of setup move. So next letter is A. So remember that rule that we cannot use A in the execution. We have to skip it during execution part. So next letter is I. Take I to J. Now since it's first letter, algorithm will be this. Reverse of setup move. Then next letter is K. K. Then algorithm. Since it's second letter, then reverse. So it completes our execution. Now this situation has come, we can call this situation as parity. So the algorithm to solve this situation is this. Now the question is that how do you know when this situation will come and when it will not come? So there are two situations when this situation can come into your solve. First situation is when during memorization you memorized A instead H. Like for this situation, if you remember that while memorizing we had memorized A instead of H. So this is the first situation when we can get this parity. The second situation in which you can get parity is when the edges are scrambled and this piece, blue-green piece, is already placed here flipped. So now let's take this example. This piece needs to go to here, which is L, and this piece needs to go to here, which is J. So our memorization is LJ, and also you can see that this piece is already placed here and also it is flipped. So in this situation we are going to have parity. Let me solve this. First letter is L. Take L to J by doing setup move. Then since it's first letter, the algorithm will be this. Then reverse of setup move. Then J, second letter, the algorithm will be this. And there is no need to do and reverse any setup move. So you can see we get a parity. So these were two situations in which we can get parity. One is when while memorizing you memorized A instead of H, and second is when the puzzle is fully scrambled and the blue and green piece is already placed here and also it is flipped. So now we have understood how to solve edges blindfolded. Now let's come to corners. I already told you that corners are super easy to memorize and execute as they move only like this. First let me scramble corners only. So for solving these corners we need to memorize them correctly with centers like this. For memorizing, what we have to do is we have to memorize whether this corner needs to move clockwise or anti-clockwise to match correctly with its center. If corner needs to move clockwise, then we memorize 1 for it, and if it needs to move anti-clockwise, then we memorize 2 for it, and if it is already solved, then we memorize 0 for it. I start my memorization from this corner, and then I memorize corner at right, then memorize at left, and then I memorize corner at back. Let's see example for memorizing these 4 corners. So for solving this corner, it needs to move like this. So in normal cube, if we move up layer like this, then we called it up clockwise. So this piece needs to move clockwise, therefore we memorize 1 for it. Now let's come to this corner. This corner needs to move like this. So if in normal cube, we move right layer like this, then it is called right anti-clockwise. It means this corner needs to move anti-clockwise, so we memorize 2 for it. Now coming to this corner needs to move like this. So in normal cube, if we move left layer like this, we called it left clockwise. So this corner needs to move clockwise, we memorize 1 for it. Now coming to back, this corner needs to move like this. So moving back layer like this, it is called back anti-clockwise. So this corner needs to move anti-clockwise. So we memorize 2 for it. Now our memorization is this for corners. Now let's see execution. For execution, we simply close our eyes, and for up we memorized 1, so we move it clockwise. Now for right we memorized 2, so we move it anti-clockwise. Now for left we memorized 1, so we move it clockwise. Now for back 2. So this is how we can solve our corners. Now let's see how to solve centers. Before learning memorization for centers, we need to understand that 3 centers can move only in one layer. Like these 3 centers can only move in up layer, and these 3 centers can only move in right layer, same for left layer, and these 3 centers can only move in back layer. So now let me scramble centers only. So our center pieces are scrambled now. Now before starting memorization, tell me that if corners are solved or not. So the answer is that corners are unsolved. How? Remember I told you that corners are solved when they are matched correctly with their centers, and in this case these corners are not matched correctly with their centers. So for these corners to be solved, they need to be matched with their centers like this. So now our corners are solved. So now coming back to center pieces, for centers what we have to memorize is that these 3 centers of one layer needs to move anti-clockwise or clockwise to be solved. Like for centers in up layer, we know that this face is of blue, this is yellow face, this face is of red, and this face is of green. So these 3 centers of up layer, this color is green, and green color needs to move here, and red color needs to move here, and blue color needs to move here. So for these center pieces to be solved, it needs to move like this. Again in 3 by 3, if we move up layer like this, it is called up clockwise. So it means these 3 center pieces need to move clockwise to be solved. So we memorize 1 for it. Now for centers in right layer, we can see this yellow color in our front. So this color needs to move here, and red color needs to move here, and color needs to move here. So it means these 3 pieces needs to move like this. So in 3 by 3, if we move right layer like this, we called it right anti-clockwise. So it means these 3 pieces needs to move anti-clockwise. So we memorize 2 for it. Now for left, this green color needs to move here, and this yellow color needs to move at bottom, and blue color at front. So these 3 pieces needs to move like this. Now if we move left layer like this, we called it left anti-clockwise. It means these 3 pieces needs to move anti-clockwise. So we memorize 2 for it. Now for back, this yellow color needs to go to bottom, and blue color needs to go to here, and red color to here. So these 3 pieces needs to move like this. So if we move back like this, we know that this is anti-clockwise. So we memorize 2 for it. So our memorization is 1, 2, 2, 2. So our memorization has completed. Now let's come to execution part. For execution, if we memorized 1, then algorithm we have to apply is this. And if we memorize 2, then the algorithm we have to apply is this. Now for this scramble, we have memorized 1 for up layer. So the algorithm we have to apply is this. Now for right layer, first we take right layer to up, and we had memorized 2 for it. Then we apply algorithm this. Now reverse. Now for left, first we take left to top, and then apply algorithm of 2, then reverse. Now for back, first we take back to our top layer, and then algorithm we have to apply is for 2. Now reverse. So this is how we can solve our center pieces. We have completed all 3 parts: corners, centers, and edges. Now let's see an example solve of fully scrambled pyramids. So this is our fully scrambled pyramids. Before starting memorization for corners, first we have to take care of our holding position. That is, our front face should be of blue color and our bottom face should be of yellow color. For this, what we have to do is, we have to place those 3 corners in our front that contain blue. For example, this corner have blue, this corner have blue, and this corner have blue sticker. and then those two corners among these three that contain yellow, we have to place such corners at our bottom. For example, this corner have yellow and this corner have yellow, so we have to place it like this. Blue, blue, blue is in front and yellow, yellow is in bottom. So this is our correct holding position. Now let's start our memorization. For corners, this corner needs to move like this. It means it needs to move clockwise. So 1. Now this is already matched with its center, so we memorize 0 for it. For this corner, it needs to move like this, so it needs to move clockwise. So 1, 0, 1. For back, it needs to move like this, so anti-clockwise. 1, 0, 1, 2. Now let's come to center pieces. We know that this is our blue face and this is blue center, so it needs to move here, green needs to go here and red needs to go here. So these three center needs to move like this. It means these three centers needs to move clockwise. So we memorize 1 for centers. Now for right layer, red color needs to go here, yellow color needs to come here and blue color needs to come here. So these three centers needs to move like this. It is clockwise. So we memorize 1 for it. Now for this, green color needs to go here, yellow color here and blue here. So these three center needs to move like this. We memorize 2 for it. Now for back, we can see that center of back are already solved. Bottom face is of yellow and this is yellow color, this is red and this is green. So these three centers are already solved. So we memorize 0 for it. Our memorization for corners and centers has completed. Now let's come to edges. So starting from buffer, you can see that it's our buffer piece. So we start new cycle from here. Let's start new cycle from L. This is green with red, so this piece needs to go here, which is G, as this is green face and this face is of red. So G, and this is blue with yellow, so this piece needs to go here, which is C. Now this is yellow with red, so yellow face is this and red face is this, so yellow color needs to go here, which is K. Now K is blue with green, so this is our blue face and this is our green face, so this piece needs to go to here, which is A. Now this piece needs to go here, which is L. And this ends our cycle, and our memorization for edges has also completed. We are also not going to have any parity for this situation, as you remember those two situations in which parity can come. So no parity for this situation. Let's start our execution. For corners, our memorization was 1, 0, 1 and 2. Now for centers, our memorization is 1. Now we take right layer to up, then 1, reverse. Now take left layer to up, 2, reverse. Now for back, we had memorized 0, so there is no need to apply any algorithm for back. Now let's come to edges. Our first letter was L. Take L to J, and then since it's first letter, algorithm we have to apply is this, reverse. Second letter is G. First take G to J and then its second letter. Algorithm we have to apply is this, then reverse of setup move. Now third letter is C. Take C to J and then its first letter. Algorithm will be this and then reverse. Now next letter is K. Take K at J. Since its second letter, algorithm we have to apply is this and reverse. Now next letter is L. Take L at J. Since its second letter, the algorithm is this and now reverse. So this completes our pyramids, and now we have learned how to solve pyramids blindfolded. For edges, you have to remember only 3 rules, 1 for memorization and 2 for execution, and also you have to remember those 2 situations for parity, and corners and centers are also so easy. Find this video interesting and informative, so please like this video and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.